My friend built me this giant prison. It is all bedrock, so the only way for me to escape is by morphing into different mobs and getting out the exit. The only rule I was given was that I wasn't allowed to morph into the same mob twice. Will I be able to escape? Stick around to find out. When I spawn in, I see I'm in a 1-block area with bedrock all around me. I looked around, but the room was completely empty. So I went in F5 and was able to see a chest that I wasn't able to see unless I shifted at the exact right position. I opened it, and inside there was a pig spawn egg. I was kinda confused at this point because I had no idea how a pig would help me escape, but I remembered that the Morph mod is installed. So I placed the pig down and began to kill it. Once I do, I'm able to transform into it, which turns me 1 block tall, and I'm able to get out of the first section. I begin to destroy the chest for an extra block, but I still need 1 more block to get to the next area. The only problem is that there is nothing else in the room. I run around the entire room, and finally I'm able to see the light outline of a piece of string, and I break it. This makes me think that there are probably more string in the room, so I go around just punching the air. In the end, I was able to find 4 pieces of string, which is the perfect amount to craft a block of wool, and this allows me to get to the next room. I see lava on the wall, and when I walk in, there's a blaze. I decide to kill it so I can morph into it, and for some reason it just didn't fight me, so it was really easy to kill it. I checked behind the lava, and there was a room behind it. I destroyed the slab just in case, but there was nothing under there. I checked the first room 1 more time, and then finally, I turned into a blaze. This gave me permanent fire resistance, and I was able to swim through the lava. This room had nothing except for a 1 block tall hole in the wall that I wasn't able to go through. I went in F5 and checked under the lava, and there was actually another room. So I went down and saw 2 targets on the wall. I was in a 1 block area, so I couldn't move around, but then I remembered the blaze could shoot fireballs. So I shoot the targets, and this activates a command block that gives me a fish spawn egg. I go back up, place the fish down, and then kill it. I morphed into it, and I was able to go through the hole into the wall to the next section. This area just had some simple parkour, but once I started, I realized it was really weird doing parkour being 1 block tall. I was able to do it though, and this area had an iron nugget on the wall. Kinda useless now, but it is useful later on. There was a crafting table and a 4 block tall wall that I needed to get over. I checked inside the lava pool for anything useful, but there was nothing. I was so invested in looking that I almost drowned. At this point, I was kind of stumped. Then I see a hole inside of the water, and there was another room with a very big hole in the floor that had a target and a dispenser inside. There was another section that I could see have a string on the wall. Seemed like a pretty easy jump, so I went for it and saw 2 string and item frames. This still didn't help me in any way. I go back up and decide to break the crafting table just to see if there's anything under it, and there actually was a hopper with 3 stick inside. I check my crafting and realize I can make a fishing rod. This could help me hit the target block, so I go back down and use my fishing rod to activate the dispenser in the hole. This dispenser spewed out a spawn egg, so I grab it with my fishing rod and launch it up into the air. I'm somehow able to grab it and realize it's an enderman spawn egg. I only had 2 hearts, so I had to be careful when trying to kill it. I placed it down and began hitting it while inside of the water. I began comboing it and was able to kill it. Immediately, I morph into it and had just a few hearts. The enderman had an ability to teleport, so I used its powers to get to the next area. There was another iron nugget on the floor, so I grab it and I teleport all the way up to the next platform. There was a lava pool under a wall, so I wasn't able to teleport without dying. I tried teleporting through the wall, but it just didn't work, so I had to think of something else. I began to look around, trying to find something to help me, and I'm able to see a hole in the wall. So I teleport through and find another nugget. There was also a cow, so I teleport back to the top and transform into the cow. I still wasn't able to go through the 1 block gap, but I was able to use my ender pearl to get through. I find another iron nugget and make the jump into the next room. There were more iron nuggets on the wall, and I see a parrot connected to a fence. I know that's what I need to fly away and get out of this prison. There was a barrel with a bunch of iron armor and tools, I guess just to protect me since I had such low health. Before I tried anything, I grabbed all the building blocks in the area. I broke the barrel and there was just a bucket below it. I'll take it. I tried to build up to the parrot, but was just out of reach, so I began looking around. I looked under the lava, and there was a hopper inside with some cobblestone. I then realized I could use the furnace to smelt my iron gear into nuggets. Check my crafting and see I can make an iron nugget. Once I did, another crafting recipe popped up and it was a chain. I make it and begin building up with my blocks to the parrot. I start killing it, but remembered I have to be right next to the parrot for me to actually be able to turn into it. So I used my fishing rod to fish it closer to me. I finally killed it and was able to collect its soul, which allowed me to turn into it and fly away from the prison. If you like this video, go check out my other video that I made. I'm pretty proud of it. Please?